Welcome back to Marvel Solar Farm, and we do some quick inspections and just check up on hives, well, Hive 2 and obviously nuke number 3. We call them Hive 1, 2 and 3. So I've brought some sugar syrup with me, which I've made up earlier. See how they're doing with stores now that obviously with Hive 1 we've taken off all the supers. I still need to bring back probably at least one super, see if they can start filling that up, which will just help them get through the winter. That would be their one. But at the moment there's Apivar strips in there, so I'm going to wait. Obviously they've done their thing before I put the supers anywhere near them. Anyway, let's have a quick inspection. Wasps are trying to get in, so give a puff of smoke around here to try and discourage them. A puff of smoke to the others. Just take the glass quilt off first. Bought a wasp trap as well, so hopefully we'll try and cut down on the number of wasps hanging around. Set this up. Not quite sure how it's meant to go together. As there's there we go, instructions at the bottom. Let's put that there so it doesn't blow off. I see. To hang that somewhere. Get the bees down. I can actually take this time to clean this up a bit and get off this brace climb. into here and see what's going on. Trying to keep the wasps out. I think that's going to be impossible. Now again, that's all stores. Just looking at the general health of the bees. There's the wasps already getting in there. And that's stores, that's all capped honey. Stores. I'm expecting the top box to be mainly stores. I'm not expecting any brood. And stores. Right, now this is brood. I can see that's all laid up. I can see pupae and larvae in there. That's all brood. This is actually quite surprising. I wasn't expecting to find all this brood up here. So I would expect that all to be down below. There's a couple of bold brood and a bit of sac brood, it looks like. But it is very minimal. Again, just looking at the general health of the bees, can't see any deformed wing. They all look generally healthy. That's all full of young, some full of larvae. Try and whiz through these as quickly as possible. And full of young larvae. I've got the odd ones which the capping is being either removed or in the process of hatching. They could be in the process of hatching, actually, looking at it. So that's all broodable stage. There's the queen. So easy to spot when they've got the yellow marking, yellow paint marking on. That's mainly stores and everything, but anyway. That's just stores. Alright, again, that's all I need to do on that one, because I know that's queen right. I can see she's laying, there's all brood of all stage. They've got stores, so they're generally very healthy. A little bit of what possibly could be sac brood, I'm not 100% certain, but at this moment in time I don't think there's anything I need to do. Even as open as little as possible because of the wasps. So queen excluder can go back on. and the glass quilt. Now, I know I keep emphasising it, but obviously as beekeepers you like to look all the way through your hives, but you want to disturb them as little as possible. They want to be just left alone. So we've seen what we need to see, and we can pack that up. Now the feed that I've made up, I've only just made it up, so it's probably still a little bit warm. So what I would do is take the cap off of that, let the heat out, and by the time I've done the other inspections and that might be just cool enough to top up the feeders, give them a trickle feed, not too much, because I don't want a brood box full of stores and no room for the queen. So again, put those in there, take our rubbish home, clear up this propolis and wax. Just put that in there for now. Right, now these two are our two queenless colonies, and we gave them resources to hopefully make their own queens. So at the moment they're obviously being attacked by wasps, so but they should be strong enough to defend themselves. The entrances are literally just sort of like 2 bee width, so they've got a minimum amount of space to defend. And let's just have a quick look through and see if they're either produced queen cells or look like they're attempting to. I'm not expecting anything from these hives. They're two weak hives. The nuke seemed to be, last time I looked, was actually doing quite well, but that could just be because we gave them loads of resources and they've all hatched, and so there's plenty of bees in there, but that might be it. All right. Again, those few bees look healthy enough. Let's just move that on the ground. Now the queen excluder that's on here was literally just so I didn't have to store it elsewhere. So they're queenless. And again, let's just give this a bit of a clean up while we're here. There's a buzzard up there. If you can see that circling over above. Looks like quite a young one, not particularly big. Right, let's try and get rid of some of these wasps. Still collecting nectar, which of course they will do. Right. There's not a lot going in there. To be honest, I'm not expecting a lot in here either. Nail down for this. All just empty. Empty. Completely empty. That could be because it's weak and it's been robbed out. So pollen and stores. As you can see, there's hardly any bees in here at all. I think this hive is doomed. This is the frame of resources we gave them, because there's pupae in there, but that is it. There's no queen cells or anything, so again, just capped brood. There's no queen cells at all, so they've spurned the chance to create a queen again. So it's just a case of leaving this hive to basically just dwindle down and die off. I don't particularly want to connect it to a, merge it with another hive. So there you go, that hive 2 is just going to die out, which will then allow me, if the nuke is going to survive through the winter, then I can put that in there. that hive has killed, I think, 2, possibly even 3 queens. Twice I've given them resources and they've just done nothing with them. So not worth saving, not worth worrying about anymore. Yeah, let's just put these back on, just so that I've got somewhere to put them. You can see the fighting between wasps and the bees, and unfortunately on one, the wasp will easily win. I'm afraid that's nature. Now inside the hive, what the bees will do is they're gang output in significant numbers, and they'll actually ball it, flex their muscles, basically generating heat, and where it would be in the middle of the ball, they would actually cook it. So I'll hang this up in a tree. Now what you can see here, this is the ivy which is yet to come out, so that will be the next nectar source for the bees. You can eat ivy honey, but it actually sets quite hard. It's not a runny honey, and therefore obviously I won't be harvesting anything like that, so because you'll probably need some specialist equipment to deal with that. Right, let's have a very quick look at the nuke. Or shall I? There's so many wasps around it. No, I'm not. I'm going to give it a feed, and that's it. So I'm not actually going to open it up per se. Just take the roof off. This is still warm, but should be absolutely fine. I'm only going to do a trickle feed. I'm not going to put too much in there, and that is it. Now, unfortunately, this will attract wasps more in the short term, but I won't be able to come back in the evening, so cover that up as quickly as possible. Okay, well, we've done our inspections, but I just thought that you might want to have a look around the area. As I say, I'm at Marvel Solar Farm, so as you can imagine, it's solar panels with countryside surrounding all around. And as you can hear, this is agricultural farmland, literally the other side of that hedge. So depending on what crops the farmer has, there's some forage there. I know that the field next door, they're not doing it this year, but the previous year, that was literally planted with or sown with wildflowers. You've got the quarry and everything, which you can just see behind those trees, but part of that is there's a golf course and everything, and that's full of gorse, which is in flower most of the year, if not all year, even in winter. So there's some forage around there if the bees can get to it. The surrounding area of the actual solar farm is obviously fencing and security gates, but within that obviously it's hawthorn, blackthorn, bramble, ivy, all manner of plants that throughout the year will give some form of nectar flow. So anyway, that's a look round. There's the hives. As I said, I'm a hobbyist beekeeper, so I only have, well, one productive hive, but I have 2 hives going to soon expand to 3, hence the nuke, and hopefully with permission expand even further on that. Even if I can't here, I can have other out apiaries, or even put some more hives back at my home, because I have a large garden. So and I live next to a farm, so again there's plenty of forage and everything. So right, well, that's me done for the day. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.